It's January, and if you're already feeling pulled in 100 directions or starting to second guess yourself, this episode is for you. I'll show you how to tap into your intuition, your built-in guide, and use it to strengthen your self-worth, make empowered choices, and navigate your life with a little more clarity. Plus, I'll share how I use intuition every morning to plan this podcast and serve you better. If you've ever doubted yourself or ignored that quiet inner voice, it's time to start trusting yourself, and I'll show you exactly how. Come on in, it's time to choose happy. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, you have a choice. Are you ready to break free from self-doubt and negative self-talk? I'm Marie, mindset mentor, life coach, and author of the Choose Happy Affirmations. Here, you'll find mindset shifts, affirmations, and simple tools to create a life that feels as good in the inside as it looks on the outside. Welcome to Choose Happy with Marie. Hello, how are you? Welcome back to the show. How's your January so far? Are you keeping warm? I hope it's going well, and I hope the earlier episodes are helpful to you in starting the new year. I have a question for you. Have you ever found yourself second-guessing a decision or feeling pulled in multiple directions, or wondering if you're getting it right? Maybe it's a big life decision, or maybe it's something as simple as how to spend your time or energy. If you've ever wished for a clear sign, you just wish there would be a guiding hand to just tell you what to do, or even just more confidence in yourself, this episode is for you. As we step into 2026, I want to invite you to connect with a powerful tool that you already have, but might not fully trust yet. And that is your intuition. When you learn to listen to that quiet inner voice, the one that is kind to you, so we're not referring to the inner critic that also it coexists, but when you start listening to that quiet inner voice, you start making choices that truly reflect who you are. And the amazing part is, it directly strengthens your self-worth. Your inner guidance is not only trustworthy, it's your superpower for creating a life that feels authentic and joyful. Let's take a moment to define intuition in just practical everyday terms. It's not just a mystical hunch, although it can be. It's the quiet nudge, the subtle feeling in your body, the clarity that pops up before your mind overanalyzes a situation. It's the signal that says, this feels right. Or sometimes it might say, pause, something's a little off here. And it directly connects with our self-worth because when we ignore the nudges, when we dismiss our own inner knowing, it sends a subtle message that our own judgment doesn't matter. And over time, this erodes our self-confidence and leaves us looking to others for validation. I'm going to repeat this in case you're multitasking. Whether you're driving, on the treadmill, doing dishes, it's really important that we start connecting with our own inner knowing. It knows the way. It knows what choosing happy looks like for us. When we don't listen, we are sending a subtle message to ourselves, to that inner knowing, that our own judgment doesn't matter. It erodes our self-confidence, and we find ourselves in a trap of looking to others for validation. dismissing our own inner knowing, it's saying that our judgment doesn't matter. You may not see that happening, but every time you're asking a friend, a sister, what do you think I should do? It's okay to say that to get a second opinion on something, but they don't know what you should do. They're not living your life. They're living their life. We need to turn inwards. We need to pay attention, honor, and act on our own intuition. And when we do, we are reinforcing something very powerful, that our thoughts, our feelings, and our choices matter. Your inner voice is valid. And that, my dear friend, creates our foundation of self-worth. For many of us, at this midlife season of living our life, we may be feeling like we're off course or disconnected from the life that we thought we were supposed to have. Yes, we accomplished what society or our family expected of us, but yet, today, we feel stuck, uncertain, or unfulfilled. But this is where our intuition comes in. Think of your intuition as a compass pointing you back to yourself. It helps you navigate the noise, the shoulds, the pressure to conform, and the endless options that exist out there. Just scroll on social media and you will find many ways that you are supposed to be living your life. But your intuition guides you toward choices that align with your authentic self and away from things that drain your energy or leave you doubting yourself. I'll give you a few real-life examples where intuition plays a role, just to kind of give you some practicality as I'm talking about it. So here are a few examples. It can be saying yes or no to social events or obligations. How often do you do that? It can be deciding whether a new project or opportunity is really right for you. How often have you said yes to projects or opportunities and you said, how did I get myself in this? I really didn't want to do it. Or it can be the choices that you make on how you spend your time or prioritizing self-care, if you do or you don't. Small things like choosing who to confide in or when to speak up can be guided by subtle cues that come from your intuition. I'm just going to give you a reflective pause question just to ponder for like a few seconds. Think of one area of your life right now where you feel unsure. Do you have something you can think of right now? And if you don't, it's okay. Could your intuition guide you if you took a moment to listen? So just ponder that reflective pause, and you can always come back to this and see where your intuition takes you in that one area of your life. So now that I have you a little interested in learning more about how to connect with your intuition, I'm going to next share with you a practical 5-step mindset shift exercise that you can easily do within 5 minutes anywhere to help you connect with your intuition and strengthen your self-worth. You ready? And Choose Happy members who receive my weekly email will have this in writing. If you would like this in writing, please sign up on the website choosehappywithmarie.com and be on my weekly email and you will get this week. All right, step 1, daily intuition check-in. So this is where it can be in the morning or midday, depending on when you need it. You take 2 to 3 deep breaths and you ask yourself a simple question. It's really simple. Ready? What would feel right for me right now? What would feel right for me right now? Notice your physical reaction and then your emotional reaction. What is your body and emotion saying? Your intuition actually often communicates through your body, not your head. So it's really important that we reflect on that. Step 2, I want you to pay attention to your gut reactions. This is body awareness, to your heart, and even your energy levels. Do you feel excited? Do you feel tense? Or relief? All of these can be clues to your mind that your mind may be overlooking, but it is communicating something. Over time, you'll begin to recognize the difference of when your body feels fear, feels doubt, and or genuine inner guidance. Step 3, this is in the morning. So every morning I spend time with my morning pages and I ask myself a specific question. The question is, what's showing up for me today? I look at my planner, I look at the activities that are on my day, and then I ask, what guidance do I need to pay attention to? And I just let myself write freely without editing. I allow my intuition to rise to the surface. It's not about producing perfect words. I am not writing in a journal so that I can look back on it. It's a tool. It's a working tool. It's about uncovering the quiet voice that already knows the answers. If you want to learn more about the morning pages and my morning routine, I did do an episode about it. Episode number 94. I'll link it below in the show notes. It is called Add This Habit to Your Morning Routine to help you live a happy day. Use the morning pages technique to clear your mind of negative thoughts. Step 4. I want you to trust the first impulse. Often our first thought, feeling, or gut instinct is the most aligned. So why do our brains like to complicate things? Why do we have to overanalyze things? What if you started practicing noticing that initial impulse and asking yourself, could this be my inner guidance? And step 5, I want you to reflect and act. Honor your intuition by taking action, even if it's just a small step. It's really important that you start honoring that inner voice so that it knows that you trust it. It reinforces trust. The more you act on your inner guidance, you will see the stronger your self-worth will be because you're saying to yourself, I matter. My choices matter. And I am capable of knowing what's right for me. I thought I'd share with you a practical way that I use my intuition in my own life. I just mentioned in the 5-step method that I write every morning and I answer that question. But there's also another practical thing that I do, and that is with my intuition. My intuition is the guide, is planning the episodes for this very podcast. Every morning when I'm brainstorming topics for the podcast, as part of my morning routine with my morning pages, I'll ask, what should I share in the upcoming weeks that will serve my listeners best? Sometimes the guidance comes as a spiritual nudge. Other times it comes through the feedback that I receive from members when I receive emails or DMs on Instagram. I get questions or comments or whatever sense of what feels timely at this point in time. So by listening to my inner guidance and listening to members, I confidently choose topics that will help you at this point in the year. I try to do seasonal podcast episodes if I can. It hasn't always been easy. I haven't always been this way. There were times when I doubted my decisions. I ignored my inner voice, or I even worried about what others would think. But over time, I've noticed that practicing this daily connection has strengthened my self-worth. I have more clarity today than I've ever had, and I have an ability to make empowered choices. So I wanted to share that with you today. It's proof that intuition, it's not just a nice idea out there. You have it already. It's a practical, everyday tool that's within yourself for building confidence and designing a life that you love. So remember, intuition is a practical tool. It helps us guide decisions and build our self-worth. It's through small daily practices that I mentioned in the 5-step method, and I can just briefly review it. And as I said, Choose Happy members will receive the email with the written part of it, or you can write it down right now. So 5 steps. The first one is the daily intuition check-in. Second is your body awareness. Third is working through your morning pages or journaling. 4 is to trust the first impulse that comes. And 5 is to reflect and actually take action. You don't just think about it, you actually have to follow through. So I encourage you to start small. Notice 1 to 2 intuitive nudges that you may have today and tomorrow. Remember, act on them, even if it's in a tiny way. Over time, you'll notice your self-trust grows. Your decisions feel lighter. You find yourself not having to ask people for their opinion because you already trust your opinion. And your life, what you're going to see, will align more with your authentic desires. So as this is an affirmation podcast, I want to leave you with an affirmation that is aligned with this week's podcast topic. So the following affirmation goes as follows. I trust myself and honor my inner guidance. I would love to hear how you listen to your intuition and how it's helped you choose happy for living your life. I'll be sending out the weekly email to you so you can easily reply to it for those who are on my email list. If you're not on my email list yet, please join us. The link will be in the show notes, or you can go to the website, choosehappywithmarie.com. Remember, your inner voice is your most faithful guide. Listen, trust, and let it lead you toward your best self. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! Thanks for listening to Choose Happy with Marie. If today's episode spoke to you, I would love it if you could share it with a friend or leave a quick review for the show. It helps more women find this kind of support. Remember, you don't have to overhaul your life to start feeling better. You just have to choose happy right where you are, one choose happy choice at a time. I'll see you next time. Take care.